A spy vanishes, a city burns, and an embassy becomes a battleground. In Beirut, a man accused of working for Mossad slips through the cracks of war, escaping an airstrike, surfacing inside Ukraine's embassy. Now, Lebanon wants him back, but with bombs falling and alliances shifting, this is no ordinary arrest. A thrilling standoff is quietly unfolding in Beirut, and at its center is a mysterious man Lebanon wants back. According to a senior Lebanese security official and a Hezbollah source who spoke to AFP, Lebanese authorities have formally asked Ukraine's embassy in the capital to hand over a suspect they say worked with Israel's Mossad. The story begins in September, when Hezbollah detained a Syrian-Palestinian man holding Ukrainian citizenship after he parked a motorbike in the city's southern suburbs, a neighborhood where the Iran-backed group maintains tight control over access to Beirut's airport road. The motorbike, according to the source, carried an explosive device concealed inside a battery compartment. Hezbollah held him for months, then came March 6th. An Israeli airstrike hit a building next to where he was being held. In the confusion that followed, the man escaped and made his way to the Ukrainian embassy. 4 days later, on March 10th, embassy staff contacted Lebanon's General Security Directorate, asking permission for their citizen to leave through Beirut airport, saying he had lost his passport. That request did not go as planned.
After checking his name and photograph, we became aware that he is wanted by the Lebanese judiciary.
Choucair described the suspect as someone sought for involvement in a Mossad cell planning assassinations and bombings across Beirut's southern suburbs. Lebanese security services say they separately arrested 5 other individuals believed to have been part of the same network. All 5 have been referred to the judiciary. Ukraine's embassy has not responded to requests for comment. The case adds another layer to an already volatile picture. Lebanon was dragged into the wider regional conflict on March the 2nd, when Hezbollah fired rockets at Israel in response to the killing of Iran's supreme leader. Since then, Israeli strikes on Beirut's southern suburbs have been nearly daily. Lebanon and Israel have technically been at war for decades, and more than 30 people have already been arrested in Lebanon on suspicion of passing intelligence to Israel. The Ukrainian embassy remains silent, the suspect remains inside, and a border away, a war is at play. Three Iranian men were hanged for killing 2 police officers during protests in the holy city of Qom, executed, the state said, on orders from Israel and the United States. Mehdi Ghassemi, Saleh Mohammadi, and Saeed Davoudi were convicted of attacking officers with knives and swords during demonstrations on January 8th. Tehran accused them of acting as foreign agents. A Swedish-Iranian man, Kurosh Kivani, was hanged on March 18th on espionage charges. Stockholm confirmed the execution, saying the proceedings fell short of basic due process. The hangings come as Iran's security forces face pressure from 2 directions at once, from the streets and from the sky. A war is not only played on the battlefield, but also in the minds of your enemies, and who understands it better than Israel? According to a recording obtained by the Wall Street Journal, Mossad agents have been ringing Iranian police commanders in Farsi, telling them they are being watched, that they are on lists, and that their fate may already be sealed. In one exchange, an agent warned a senior officer,
"We know everything about you. You are on our blacklist and we have all the information about you. I called to warn you in advance. You should stand with your people's side. If you do not do that, your destiny will be as your leader."
The commander's reply told its own story.
"I'm a dead man already. Just please come help us."
The calls are part of a broader Israeli effort to hollow out Iran's internal security machine, the Basij militia, the Revolutionary Guard's domestic units, and the special police forces that have long been the regime's instrument of control over its own population. On the ground, the Israeli Air Force has been methodically dismantling what remains. Checkpoints, warehouses, motorcycle units, the same units used for years to crush protests, have all been targeted. On one night alone, 11 checkpoints were struck across Tehran. Residents say police have been spotted sleeping in tents and buses, sheltering in schools, and warning shopkeepers to shut before dark because they can no longer guarantee safety on the streets. Israeli and American bombs keep falling on Iran, and the Islamic Republic has been forced to fight battles within its own home. But as they say, everything is fair in love and war. Iran has executed a man convicted of passing sensitive intelligence to Israel's Mossad. The country's judiciary announced on March 18th, as Tehran presses ahead with a sweeping crackdown on alleged collaborators amid its ongoing war with Israel. Kourosh Kevani was arrested on the fourth day of last June's 12-day war, found at a hideout villa in Savoj-Bolakh County with €30,000 in cash, satellite communication devices, and espionage equipment. The Supreme Court upheld his conviction before the sentence was carried out. According to Iran's judiciary news agency, Mizan, Kevani had provided Mossad officers with photographs and details of sensitive locations inside Iran. The New York Post reported he had received training in Tel Aviv and 6 unnamed European countries. Israel has not commented on the execution.
The death sentence of a spy for the Zionist regime, who had been providing images and information about the country's sensitive locations to Mossad offices, was carried out this morning.
This is not an isolated case. Iran has executed numerous people on espionage charges since the June conflict, with at least 10 put to death by September alone. In October, Tehran toughened its legislation, making any collaboration with Israel or the United States automatically punishable by death and asset confiscation. The previous such execution on record came on January 28th, when a man identified as Hamidreza Sabet Esmailipour was put to death on similar charges. Rights groups have consistently challenged the legitimacy of these prosecutions. The Oslo-based Iran Human Rights Organization has said suspects in such cases are often tortured into false confessions, raising serious questions about due process. Kevani's execution lands on a particularly charged day. Iran launched missile strikes on Israel on March 18th in retaliation for the killing of senior security official Ali Larijani, with Iranian state media framing the attacks as revenge. 2 people were killed in Ramat Gan and a Tel Aviv train station was damaged. This comes as Iran is fighting for its survival in the war against the US and Israel, which has already cost close to 2,000 lives.